Back live at Clune Arena, where today the Air Force Falcons fall to the Colorado Buffaloes 58-53. Rachel, a year ago, this team lost by 40+ up in Boulder. CU scored 62 points in the paint that game. Now, they had a lot today, but Air Force was only out-rebounded by 3. They forced more turnovers than they committed against this Buffaloes team. Air Force lost the game today, but they have nothing to hang their heads about. They played a really good basketball game.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you that this team is not about the moral victories. Now, did anyone think that this would be a 5-point game? I'm not so sure about that, but I guarantee those young ladies in that locker room are very disappointed. You know, I do think that they did some good things. Coach Gobrecht has to be happy with the type of effort that they put out there on the floor today. That's exactly what J.R. Payne wanted to come down here and play against, was that toughness. And right, Colorado really struggled taking care of the basketball. We'll talk about turnovers a little bit later on, but let's jump into some of these highlights as you see that length and the athleticism really causing some frustrations. But early on, we'll talk about Sierra Winter. She was dynamite tonight for the Falcons.
And Dasha McMillan, just so calm and poised. Air Force had a couple of leads early in that game, but they really didn't have an answer for Quay Miller. She was hot from inside and outside. And we talked about rebounds and second chance points. There's Miller again. Air Force still battled, again, the rebounding part of that, but there's just too many points in the paint, and that's going to happen. CU's a Power 5 school. Sherrard hits in the paint, but Air Force, no quit. Dasha McMillan, another bucket from just inside the three-point line. Sierra Winters, she played in foul trouble all day long, but when she was in there, what a spark plug. Miller, again, a crusher down the stretch. And there was a couple of those shots that really hurt Air Force, but this one by Autry Thompson brought them to within 1, Rachel, with just about 3 minutes to go in the game. But a big defensive breakdown allowed Jalen Sherrard to hit that three-pointer, and that really, it didn't seal the Falcons' fate at that point, but that was a big dagger.
It was a big dagger, and a couple breakdowns defensively late for the Falcons. But let's talk about some of the good things that the Falcons did. They forced Colorado to turn the ball over 24 times. That was more than Air Force turned it over, just 23. They did a great job getting themselves to the free throw line. Did a good job beyond the charity stripe tonight for the Falcons, shooting 78%. Points in the paint. You said we were going to come back to that. Colorado finished with 38 points in the paint. And, you know, that's to be expected. Again, we talk about that size. We talk about that length. But the rebounding numbers were not as bad as I thought that they would have ended up, and I think the Falcons did a great job the second half. The Buffs ended up out-rebounding the Falcons by 3. A lot of things we could talk about here from both ends of the floor, but to me was the toughness and the tenacity that the Falcons played with. Made everything difficult for the Buffs offensively. They had their hands in the passing lanes. They were diving on the floor after loose balls. That's that Falcon brand of basketball that I guarantee Coach Gobrecht is very proud of right now.
And very well she should be. And if they play like that when they get into conference play in a few weeks, they're going to win a few basketball games just from sheer tenacity, and they make a few more of those layups. And who knows where this team was finished to pick 10th or finished 10th in the Mountain West Conference. If they play like they did today and against Denver, I think that number would be higher.
I agree.
All right, next up for Air Force, they hit the road for the first time this season as they will play San Diego Wednesday, November 17th. The next home contest will be Saturday, November 20th against Cal State Fullerton. We hope to see you back here for that one. For my broadcast partner, Rachel Galligan, and our entire Falcon Vision crew, I am Vince Greco saying good night, everyone.